Violence, torture, soccer. Set in 1978 on the evening that Argentina beats Holland in the FIFA World Cup, a group of men working for the military engage in acts of torture against a trio of people accused of communism. When they divulge the address of their leader, the men kidnap the people they find there, only to discover these people might not be the group they're looking for after they unleash a form of hell no one expected. If there is one location of horror cinema that I want to explore more, it is Latin America. Now, I've seen the big guns from that place, that is Terrified and When Evil Lurks, and I love the both. Super gory, super violent, but highly entertaining films. This would be my third Argentinian film, but unfortunately I feel like it's the weaker of the three, clocking in at 72 minutes with an incredible 8 minutes of end credits crawl, boosting its running time total to only 81 minutes. This is a movie that actually I feel like could have done with a little bit more of a runtime to explain to the audience a bit more about the origins of the kidnapped second group of people. Now, I'm not going to do this, but it is really difficult to talk about the final third without spoiling the film, which admittedly was refreshing due to the fact that it was kind of completely unexpected. Having said that, a tiny bit of backstory wouldn't have gone astray here. Now, the reason I ask for more is because I really enjoyed that opening 20 minutes or so. Writers and directors, the Onetti brothers, have done an incredible job of building up the two main antagonists in this film, Moro and Carancho, with just 3 scenes. The card-playing introduction scene and the 2 separate interrogation/torture scenes of both men, we get a brilliant insight into the depravity and the mindset of these 2 men. Carancho in particular, and I'll credit the performance of Carlos Portaluppi for his excellent portrayal in the role. But in typical Argentinian horror movie, this is brutal. It's gory, and the torture scenes are uncomfortable. But perhaps the most impactful scene for me was when Carancho is forcing the 2 captives to dig a grave and tells one of the men to stand in it. And you can see the petrified, terrified look on that man's face. It's powerful, I feel, and it shows his control over the situation, which it's a control that he loses very quickly later on in the film. However, once the final third starts and all hell breaks loose, for lack of a better term, the movie loses its structure. It moves between characters quickly. The frustration there occurs with these similar looking characters, meaning that at times I really lost track of who was who and what had already happened to them. At one stage, I thought that that character was already dead, only for him to look completely healthy and realized it was a different guy. But that ending aside, this movie crafts atmosphere so sublime that I wish more filmmakers would pay attention to what the Onetti brothers did with this film. What I would really like to see is the Onetti brothers working together with Indonesia's The Mo brothers, 4 guys coming together to make a film. I think the result of what they could create would be utterly insane. Using my patent pending ghost rating, which stands for great horror or stupid trash, I'll give this 3 ghosts. I wanted to give this more, wanted to give this 4, but I just felt that final third was kind of ruined what the first 2/3 of the movie had set up with this atmosphere. I also felt that with the ending not really being able to explained well enough by the movie, I didn't get the wow factor there. I wasn't really caring about what was actually happening because I didn't quite understand why it was actually happening. And then part of me thinks, and it's a mild spoiler, but part of me thinks, did the captive group know what was going to happen by giving them the address of the people that they ended up kidnapping and bringing in to torture? But if you like your brutality, then I think you will like this one. I am the Artie Dan. You are watching SHOCKMANIA. Have you seen 1978? And what did you think of it? Leave a comment below, like, subscribe, join the Discord, all that other jazz. I will catch you next time.